welcome to the Room 222 interview show.
Today's guest is Ms Heath. She is a music teacher at our school.
When is your birthday? How old are you? Where were you born?
Okay, so my birthday is on July 12th, and I was born in 1973. So if you do the math, that makes me this year, well, right now I'm 45 years old. Okay. And I was born in Toronto at East York General Hospital. That's what it was called at that time. I believe it goes by a different name now. But yeah, I was born right here in Toronto.
What was your favorite thing to do when you were at school? Why?
So I had a few favorite things that I liked to do. I liked music. I liked being in music class, and I also liked being in physical education, or gym. That's what we used to call it. So like when I was a child, I used to do both music activities and phys ed type activities. And one thing people don't know too much about me is that as well as being a music teacher, I used to also be a tennis coach. I did a lot. I played tennis a lot. I used to play competitive tennis. So, and I was very much into that, and I used to play soccer. I used to play softball. So I was very active as a child in sports as well.
What was your teacher's name when you were in grade 2?
When I was in grade 2, my teacher's name was Mrs. Spears, I believe. That's what I remember. When I go back to my parents' house soon, I'll check my treasure album. I have a treasure album where I keep all of my report cards. I still have all my report cards from when I was from kindergarten right through high school, and I have my school picture. You know how we take school pictures every year? I have every single school picture in that album. So I'll make sure. I believe that was her name, Mrs. Spears. But I'll check, and I'll let you know if I got the wrong answer. Yeah.
When you were little, what did you want to be when you grew up? Why?
Okay. So I remember a couple of things when I was little. When I was really little, I wanted to be a nurse. And that's because my mom, she was a nurse. She's now retired, but she worked at North York General Hospital for many years. She was a nurse. And another thing I wanted to do is I wanted to be in acting. I just thought it was really fun to see people on TV. So I remember wanting to be in acting as well. So it's like a nurse or an actress, which are very different things, of course. But that's what I remember when I was a little child. And also in my treasure album, there's a little section of it saying, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I remember writing there, or having my parent write, because I was too small. And I remember those were two of the answers that were written there at the time. Yeah.
Before you were a teacher, what was your job?
Okay, so I've been mostly a teacher for my working career, but I also spent a couple years working at a company called Celestica, and I worked in a factory. Like, I worked with machinery, and I was what we call a SMT operator, surface mount technology operator. So I got to work with these big machines, and I got to put little components on motherboards, you know, like computers. So I used to put these components on there, and they were used on the inside of computers. So that was something I did for a couple years before I started teaching.
Why did you want to be a teacher?
I wanted to be a teacher because I wanted to work with students and help them to learn something that I really feel passionate about, that I really like, which in this case is music. And I enjoy working with children. And mostly because I find children, like yourselves, are enthusiastic to learn and very positive people. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to be a teacher, because I wanted to be around people that are excited to learn and just excited about life in general. Mhm.
What is the best part about being a teacher? Why? What is the hardest part? Why?
Okay. I would say the best part about being a teacher is when my students achieve uh, something and it's a very positive thing, whether it's a performance that my students do or maybe a concept that they understand. It really pleases me to see students being successful. In terms of the hardest part, I find it difficult when students are not focused or when they are just not trying their best. That I find difficult.
What is your favorite color?
My favorite color is blue.
What is your favorite sport? Why?
That's sort of a tough question for me. I have to say, I think tennis still is my favorite sport to play because I played it a lot when I was younger, and I just enjoy being outside and hitting the ball and being active.
What is your favorite food? Why?
My favorite food, that's a tough one. I would say I have a couple of favorite foods. I really like pizza, which I'm sure a lot of people like as well. The other food that I really like, and I'm not sure if so many of you would agree with this one, but I also like eating curry. I like curry, yes, yeah. I hear some yum as well, yes. So I enjoy curry, I enjoy spicy foods. My mom is from Trinidad and Tobago, which is an island in the Caribbean, and that's part of her culture is they cook a lot of curry, a lot of spicy food. So I enjoy eating curry as well. Mm-hmm.
Do you have any children? If yes, tell us more.
You're asking if I have any children? Yes, I have one son. His name is Julian, and he is 4 years old. So he will be going to junior kindergarten in the fall. Right now he goes to daycare twice a week, and he really enjoys it. And he loves to read. He's already reading. He likes to read books on his own, and he loves to play outside. And he started playing softball just the other day. He has this little, soft baseball bat and little ball that he's hitting outside now. So he really enjoys playing outside as well.
What is your favorite children's movie? Why?
Oh, wow. Lots of children's movies that I like. I enjoy the Toy Story movies. We've watched all of them, and I'm looking forward. I believe there's going to be a Toy Story 4. I thought it would finish at 3, but apparently there's going to be Toy Story 4 as well. And I enjoy it because it's fun for kids to watch, but it's also fun for adults to watch because they have a lot of references to things that we remember as children, so it appeals to us as well in that way, yes.
Do you have a pet? If yes, tell us more. If no, why not?
Right now I don't have a pet, and mainly that's because I'm not home a lot to take care of a pet. Like a dog needs a lot of, so I need somebody to really take care of a dog. So I don't really have the time to devote to a pet that the pet would need. And also with cats, unfortunately, my husband is allergic to cats. So that wouldn't work out for us to have a cat either.
What is your favorite animal? Why?
My favorite animal? I would say one of my favorite animals is a giraffe, because it's just amazing to see this animal that's so tall and so just enormous, especially when you see them in front of you. I was very fortunate to go to safari in Africa, so I got to see African animals, and it's just amazing to see them just right in front of you.
Thank you so much for being on our show today.
Thank you. It was great being here. Thank you for your questions. I really enjoyed it.